Hello, I am Sakuldeep Singh, working in IIMT College of Engineering as Assistant Professor in the Department of MCA. Today, I deliver a lecture on Java. My topic is exception handling. Today, I am discuss about the exception handling. Very first, what is exception? Exceptions are abnormal conditions that are raised during the execution of the program. These are the abnormal conditions, means that interrupt the flow of the program, that interrupt the normal flow of the program whenever any program or any process which is executed normally, which is interrupted by another, which is interrupted. It means exception is raised. Then what is exception handling? Exception handling is a mechanism, or it is a technique in Java by which we can handle the every kind of the exception, whether it is the runtime exception or it is a compile time exception. All exceptions are handled in Java by the exception handling. The normal flow of the application can be maintained with the help of exception handling. There are the two types of the exception. First is the checked exception. Second is the unchecked exception. Checked exceptions, also called compile time exceptions, while unchecked exceptions are called runtime exceptions. Unchecked exceptions are called runtime exceptions. Okay. Exception. Now, thing is that advantage of the exception handling. Here, this is the very simple code mentioned on the screen. The core advantage of the exception handling is to maintain the normal flow of the application. An exception normally disrupts the normal flow of the application. That's why we need to handle exceptions. Let's consider a scenario. Here, a scenario is given. We have the 6 statements. Statement 1, statement 2, statement 3, statement 4, 5, and 6. Suppose in statement 4, an exception occurs. Exception is thrown at the statement 4. Then it is sure then no one line is executed after the statement 4. Statement 5 and 6 will not execute. Why? These statements are not executed. When exception is thrown, it means it search. Exception handler search the catch block so that exception can be handled. Suppose there are the 6 statements in Java program and exception occurs in the 4th statement, then rest of code will not be executed. That is, statement 4 to 6 will not executed. However, when we perform exception handling, if we handle the exception first, it means then 5 and 6 statement will be executed. And 5 and 6 statement will be executed. Rest of code will be executed. That's why we using the exception. Okay, here this is the exception hierarchy. And basically exceptions are divided in two parts. First is the checked exception. Second is the unchecked exceptions. Checked exceptions are those exceptions. Checked exceptions are those exceptions which are the subclass of the exceptions. Checked exceptions are also called compulsions. Exceptions are classified in two categories: SQL exception, IO exception, and runtime exception. These subclass SQL, IO, class not found, and class cast exceptions, these are called checked exceptions, while runtime exception and its all subclass are called unchecked exceptions. Checked exceptions always handle with method, while unchecked exceptions can be thrown inside the try block or through keyword. Through keywords. Error cannot handle. If anybody asks what is the difference between the exception and errors, exception can be handled. Error cannot handle. Error means out of memory error, stack overflow error, virtual memory error. If any kind of the error occurs in the system, it cannot be handled by the program. Right? Exceptions keyword. Java exception have some keywords which are used to handle the exception. These keywords are try, catch, final, try, catch, finally, throw, and throws. Try. Try is a keyword. Inside the try block, exception is throw. If we write any code inside the try block in which exception is throw, each and every try block must followed by the catch block. Try block never used alone. It must be followed by catch block. Catch or finally. A single try must contain multiple catch. Multiple catch. Single try contains multiple catch. We never use the multiple try. ऐसा नहीं है कि हम ट्राई मल्टीपल कर दे कैच सिंगल कर नो इट्स नॉट अलाउड सिंगल ट्राई followed by multiple catch or finally is a block that is optional block. Optional block. Catch block is used to handle the exception. It must be preceded by try block, which means we can't use catch block alone. It can be followed by finally block later. The finally block is used to execute the necessary code of the program. It is executed whether an exception is handled or not. It means finally block is always execute whether the exception throw or not throw, catch or not catch. Finally block always execute. It is an optional block. Next keyword throw. Throw keyword is used to throw an exception. While throws keyword is used to declare an exception, it specifies that there may occur an exception in the method. Throws keyword always used along with method. It doesn't throw an exception. It is always used along with method signature. If anybody asks what is the difference between the throw and throws and throwable, question. Throw, throws and throwable. These are the three keywords. We have seen in previous slide, throwable, that is the super class of the exception. क्या है? It is a super class of the exception. Throw, it is a keyword by which we can throw the exception. Throw, it is also a keyword which is used to declare an exception. Basically, it is used along with method, right? Here, finally, and another important keyword, there are the final, finally, and finalize. There are the three keywords used in Java. Here, finally. Finally keyword used in exception. Final is a keyword which is used along with method, class, and variable. Final means constant. Final means constant. It means it cannot change. Finalize is also a keyword which is used in garbage, which is used for garbage collection. Java does not have the destructor. Doesn't have destructor. While C++ is also object-oriented program having the destructor. Destructor means when our object is created, memory is allocated, how memory resource are free. Basically destructor जो memory allocate होती है उसको free resource को free. But here garbage collection is the process which automatically freeing the memory. In garbage collection we use the finalize keyword. क्या है? Finalize keyword. Right? These are the three keywords: final, finally, finalize, throw, throwable. These are the difference between the following keywords. If anybody asks which one is the superclass of the Java, in previous slide we have seen object. It is the superclass of the Java. Superclass of the Java. It means every class is a subclass of the object class. Okay, next, built-in exceptions. Built-in exceptions are exceptions which are available in Java library. Which are available in Java library. Built-in exceptions are exceptions which are available in Java library. These exceptions are suitable to explain certain error situations. Below is a list of the important built-in exceptions in Java. For example, arithmetic exceptions. Arithmetic exception means divide by 0. Array index out of bounds exceptions. String index out of bound exception. IO exceptions. SQL exceptions. These all are the Java library exceptions are called built-in exceptions. A few exceptions I will discuss how these exceptions can handle in next slide. Arithmetic exceptions. Arithmetic exception. This exception is generated by divide by 0. Here arithmetic exception, this is a class. Basically, it is a subclass of the runtime exception. Runtime exception is also subclass of the exception. Exception is also subclass of the throwable. Throwable also subclass of the object. This is the hierarchy. This is hierarchy. Here class arith demo. I have taken a user defined class. Public static void main string asks, what is the meaning of this statement? Public, it is access specifier. Public, it is access specifier. How they are the different access specifier used in Java. Java have the 4 access specifier: public, private, protected, and default. Here, public. Static is access modifier. Static means it is associated with class. It's load. This function is load, not called. Main function will not call because this is a static. Static means associated with class. Void. This is the return type of the main function. Means main function nothing return. And main is the name of the main function. String args array. String is a class in which argument name of the array, and these are the string args is a parameter passed inside the main function. This is a fixed. It is a fixed signature of the main function in Java. Here the body of the main function is start, try. Here this is the body of the try block, where we write a code int a equal to 30, b equal to 0, c equal to a upon b, where b equal to 0 means 30 upon 0. That means this is the forever divide. Means infinite time divide हो रहा है. Infinite. Right? No. How computer can understand? Okay. Divide infinite time हो रहा है. It means this is the exception. This is exception. This is exception. Being a human, we know very well that 30 upon 0, we write infinity. Infinity means then how many times we can write? The system will not understand. It means, but this is the exception, this code be handled. This. It means after C equal to A upon B, system out the result equal to plus C, this line not execute. When exception is thrown, then no one line in that block of code is executed. Compiler search exception handler. किसको सर्च करेगा वो? कैच ब्लॉक को. एक्सेप्शन हैंडलर किसको सर्च करेगा? कैच ब्लॉक. Exception raised. Exception handle. The duty of the exception handler to search the catch block, to handle the exception. Right? तो वो exception को handle करेगा. तो catch block को search किया. So here we know very well that this type of this exception, arithmetic, this is the syntax of the catch block. We write catch arithmetic exception. There is no space. Arithmetic का ए कैपिटल होगा, एक्सेप्शन का ई कैपिटल होगा. दिस इज द वन नेम, राइट? ई इज द ऑब्जेक्ट ऑफ दिस एक्सेप्शन, arithmetic, and this is the syntax. System.out.println, system.out.println can't divide by 0. हमने यहाँ पर एक लाइन लिख दी है कि if this line of code is executed, means if exception is caught, then inside the catch block, the line can't divide a number by 0, it will be executed. Otherwise, तो आउटपुट हमारा क्या आया? Can't divide by 0. It means is checked. It means this is the output. This is the output, right? Now, next, array index out of bound exception. This is the another exception. Array index out of bound. Now, I'm asking what is the reason why array index out of bound exception is raised? Why? Inside try block, right? This is the same thing as previous. मीन्स एरे की इंडेक्स आउट ऑफ बाउंड्स है, आउट ऑफ रेंज जा रही है. अगर किसी की इंडेक्स आउट ऑफ रेंज जा रही है तो अक्सर सपोज वी हैव a room, we have a bag that have the capacity of the keeping a 10 books, keeping 10 books. हमने उसमें बैग में 10 बुक रख दी. अब मैं कहता हूं 10 बुक तो उसमें है, उसकी कैपेसिटी 10 बुक की है. हमने कहा कि इसमें नहीं, इसमें ये मुझे 20 बुक्स, A20 पर ये बैग में 20 नंबर पर बुक्स कौन सी है, मुझे 20 नंबर बुक्स रखनी है 20 नंबर पर. जब उसमें स्पेस ही 10 का है तो इसका मतलब ऐसी है, तो बैग में क्या प्रॉब्लम आएगी? तो बैग की इंडेक्स जो होगी आउट ऑफ बाउंड हो गई, नहीं है ही नहीं उसमें. हमने कहा कि इसमें 20 नंबर पर बुक्स निकाल दीजिए. आप जो बैग लाए हो, बैग में 10 बुक है, मैंने कहा इसमें 20 नंबर्स पर जो बुक रखी हो उसको मुझे दे दीजिए. इसका मतलब क्या है? ये बैग की इंडेक्स आउट ऑफ बाउंड हो गई है. तो बैग का साइज हमने पहले से देख सकता है 10 है, राइट? तो सिमिलरली एरे की इंडेक्स अगर आउट ऑफ बाउंड्स है तो यहाँ पर देखिए मिस साइज ओवर int a, this is the this line int a equal to new int 5. This is the way to declare the array. array को डिक्लेयर करते हैं हम, राइट? एंड a is the name of the array. 6 equal to 9 means 7th position पर we want to assessing the 7th element. While array consists of 5 elements, 7th element is not possible, राइट? तो हमने कैच ब्लॉक में क्या लिखा है? ये array index out of bounds exception and here object is passed. Here system dot out dot println. Which type of the exception? If this catch block is executed, then this line is printed. Array index out of bounds. Then this line is printed. Array index out of bounds. Right? Next. Class not found exception. This is the compile time exception. Compile time exception. Here in this code, you are looking this the class. Here is the inner class. Inner class and nested class both are the different things. When our class defined inside a class, that is called inner class. If inner class is static, class defined inside a class and that class is static, which means inner class is static, so such type of class is called nested class. Okay, here class, this is the inner class, no one class is static. Class, my class, public static void main string args. Object, this is object. O, object is the superclass of the Java. O is the object of this class. Here is the class. This is not a class keyword. Are you seeing this class and this class? The our first class keyword है, first class लिखा है सबसे ऊपर, वो keyword है क्योंकि वो कीवर्ड स्मॉल लेटर से स्टार्ट हुआ है. जावा इज आल्सो केस सेंसिटिव. हियर क्लास है, ये जावा की एक क्लास है. क्योंकि हमने कैसे जाना? क्योंकि इसका फर्स्ट लेटर कैपिटल है. अकॉर्डिंग टू जावा नेमिंग कन्वेंशन, अब Every class is written by the first letter of the capital. So therefore, class.forName is a method which is defined inside the class. It is a static method which is accessed with the help of the class dot new instance system.out.println class created o.getClass dot get name class not found exception. क्या मिला है मुझे? क्लास नॉट फाउंड एक्सेप्शन. नेक्स्ट, फाइल नॉट फाउंड एक्सेप्शन. फाइल नॉट फाउंड एक्सेप्शन मीन्स फाइल. व्हाट इज फाइल? फाइल इज ए क्लास. फाइल क्या है? क्लास है इनसाइड जावा. फाइल कैन रीड और राइट. फाइल को रीड करेंगे, राइट करेंगे. फाइल is read by the file reader. The data of file read by input stream reader. Input stream file reader. Right? File reader से डेटा को हमने रीड किया. Here, inside the try block we write following code. File इसका ऑब्जेक्ट है, स्मॉल लेटर में लिखा है. File equal to new file. Here is the E drive में हमने पाथ दे दिया है. File dot text. File reader fr equal to new file reader. Catch. File not found exception E. System dot out dot println file not exist. This is the output. IO exception. This is a compile time exceptions. Input आउटपुट एक्सेप्शन कहलाते हैं. इसे भी आप देख सकते हैं. देखिए सर क्या है, वेरी सिंपल है. फाइल को हमने क्या किया है, फाइल इनपुट स्ट्रीम है, नल असाइन किया है. f इक्वल टू न्यू फाइल इनपुट स्ट्रीम abc डॉट टेक्स्ट फाइल इक्वल टू f सिस्टम डॉट क्लोज एंड हियर. अब देख रहे हैं हमने ना तो कहीं ट्राई ब्लॉक इस्तेमाल किया है ना ही कैच ब्लॉक. क्या आउटपुट मिलेगा? एरर आई है. Unreported exception, IO exception must be caught and declared. Means जो exception को पहले मुझे caught करना है, catch करना है और declare करना है. Right? Interrupted exception. This is the interrupted means जो normal flow हो उसको interrupt करना है. जावा में एक थ्रेडिंग का कॉन्सेप्ट होता है. थ्रेड क्या होता है? थ्रेड इज ए लाइट वेट प्रोसेस होता है. Thread is a lightweight process. Process क्या होता है? Process is a program. Process is a program in the execution. Thread is a block of code होता है जिसे lightweight process बोलते हैं. It means इस thread क्या कर रहा है? हमने thread लिया और उसको sleep में ले जा रहा है. Means जो प्रोग्राम का आउटपुट आएगा वो एवरेज 10,000 मिलीसेकंड बाद रुक के आएगा. एक लाइन आ गया, उसके आ गया आउटपुट, उसके बाद दूसरा आउटपुट इतने टाइम बाद आएगा, उसके बाद तीसरा आउटपुट इतने टाइम बाद. इट मींस इंटरप्ट कर रहा है, स्लीप मोड में जा रहा है. तो इंटरप्ट जिसकी वजह से ऐसी एक्सेप्शन थ्रो हो, उस टाइप ऑफ एक्सेप्शन इज कॉल्ड इंटरप्टेड एक्सेप्शन. क्या कहलाते हैं? इंटरप्टेड एक्सेप्शन. कस्टम एक्सेप्शन क्या होते हैं? Custom exception is nothing. Basically, it is a user-defined exception. क्या है? User-defined exception. User can define own exception, create own exception. Java provide this facility. You can generate your own exceptions as your need. We have Java having the very limited number of the exceptions. It means instead of this, if new exception is generated, you can float that exception and handle that exception by this mechanism. This is the syntax. Here I am making a IIMT exception. Exception का name क्या है? IIMT है. User defined जो भी exception हम बनाएंगे, each and every exception should be subclass of the exception class. क्या? Exception क्लास की सब क्लास होगी, तो हमने वही किया है। और उसके बाद में इसका IIMT, ये IIMT, दिस इज नॉट फंक्शन, दिस इज a constructor here in which string is passed. Here is the super constructor. Super class constructor is called. This is the basic concept of generating the user-defined exception. Then you very first you generate, write the syntax of the user-defined exception. Then you call, and then you throw the exception. Then you throw the exception. This is the mechanism by which we can write the user-defined exceptions, right? Use of the try, catch, and finally. Try, catch. This is a single program in which we can use try, catch, and finally. हमने पहले ही बताया था, try block which is used to throw the exception, catch block used for catch the exception. Finally, it is an optional block. Catch and finally are followed by try block. Try block never used alone. Right? A single try having a multiple catch statement allowed or finally. Right? This is the code which is written here. Try, catch, and finally. Right? Okay, thanks. Let's discuss some new slide and new lesson next.